You played very well in tying UC Santa Barbara, but had a lapse at the end of the first half in allowing 2 goals. What are the lessons that can be learned from that match?
The lessons learned with the Santa Barbara game, in particular the last bit of the first half, was to really control the momentum of those big moments in the game. You know, the beginning of the matches, and then the beginning of the half, as well as the end of the half, and after we score a goal or get a goal scored against us. You know, those big 5 moments. And we did well with that in their first game with a momentum changer right before halftime, and we didn't do as well as we wanted to with the Santa Barbara first half at the end there. I thought that certainly they're going to get their chances. They got good players, but we really shot ourselves in the foot of not keeping the ball after we defended and being able to put them on their heels. So we're going to put that on the drawing board as we go into the weekend, but I think that we're a little disappointed with that.
As a coach, are you more impressed with scoring 12 goals in the first 3 games or allowing just 2 while having 2 shutouts?
I think with soccer, it's so hard to score that scoring goals, that many goals, is probably going to be the more impressive piece. You know, I've been with teams that have a lot of shutouts, and certainly that's going to be a premium when you get into the meat of the season. But when you have the confidence to go forward and score goals, especially in our sport, what it does, it basically gives everybody a sense of a confidence that in any game we can score and we can beat a team.
And Kyrie Shelton has scored a goal in each of the first 3 games and has made the Top Drawer Soccer Team of the Week. What has allowed him to step up his game to this level?
Well, Kyrie holds himself to a pretty high standard. He's a naturally gifted player. But to be honest with you, it's the other guys around him. You know, when you add the team play that puts Kyrie in those spots to get those opportunities, it's a win-win situation for all of us. And Kyrie's happened to be in the right spots. I think you know, being able to have our attacking players in key spots, not only Kyrie but the other guys, is crucial. But having said that, I think, you know, Kyrie's probably playing at an average level, to be honest with you, and he'll be the first to tell you that. So he's going to expect more out of himself as we go forward into this weekend.
You play 2 very good teams this weekend in Notre Dame and Indiana. Is the team responding the way you had hoped to such a challenging non-conference schedule?
Well, so far so good. You know, you can only play the teams that are in front of you, and you know, so far we've done that. But you know, going to this particular tournament in Notre Dame with IU as the second game is always one of the most challenging tournaments in the country. And so, like last weekend, you know, we're going to find out a lot about ourselves, and but it's the standard that we're playing for, you know, and so if we just keep addressing that, we should be competitive in every single game we play.
Do you have any familiarity with Notre Dame or Indiana?
Yeah, I do. You know, having coached out in the Midwest before and having faced both of those programs, they're both storied programs with tremendous coaches. And you know, with the tournament host Notre Dame, I've had a chance to get to know Coach Bobby Clark for a while, and have certainly learned a lot from him and his staff. But those 2 programs are among the best every year in the country. And so for us to go out there, we get to compare ourselves and see if our measuring stick is comparable to those 2 storied programs. So we're looking forward to it. You know, it's another opportunity to see where this bunch is at. I think our guys individually want to see where they're at, man per man. So it's going to be a great chance.
Emery Welshman was injured against Santa Barbara and didn't play against Manhattan. What is his status as of now?
He's coming around. You know, it was unfortunate with Emery going out. I thought he was playing ever so well against Santa Barbara, and really taking the game from Sacramento State into Santa Barbara. And you can tell there's a bit of buzz about his play and his confidence. And you know, when your attacking players are feeling that way, it's a premium. But you know, our athletic training staff has done a good job of you know, getting him dialed in to be projected to try to get back. But it's a day-by-day situation with Emery. You know, certainly want him back in the lineup, but at the same time, I think we've got more than ample depth to be able to cover cover Emory, and we were able to show that this last Sunday.
And you spoke to this a little bit, but what does it say about the team's depth to be able to be missing one of its most prominent players and still go out and put up a 6-0 performance against Manhattan?
You know, when you come off of the heels of a very intense, tight game like the Santa Barbara game with all that was on there in the overtimes, you know, that can really take a lot out of the legs. The response to the second game is always tricky because there tends to be a letdown in that second game, and I thought our guys didn't let down. They continued to play at the pace and the standard that we expect and they expect from themselves. And the nice thing, we got to play a lot of players. So our depth was certainly in display on Sunday, and you know, we were able to get 9 different players on the score sheet with some type of assist or goal. So those were good bonuses. And you know, all of our guys have to believe that they're going to be able to contribute. And you know, we can only put 11 starters on the field, but you got to believe, if you're a part of this team, that you know, that someday you're going to start, and you got to put that work in to do that. So on this last Sunday, I thought it was a good tribute for the depth of our team to be able to put that type of performance in. But you know what? That's a done deal. That performance is over, and now it's you know, focused on this coming weekend. But again, it's always focused on the standards.